Hello, beautiful twins. Clearing. So this is going to be a Divine Masculine check-in today, and I've got my Starseed Oracles to dive right into. So thank you, Divine Creator, for showing us exactly where the Divine Masculine collective that I tune into here, where are they at? Ooh. Energetically. We are getting Altarian Stargate, neutrality, diplomacy, negotiation, and philosophy. So the space that they've been asking for, we have that here. So they're coming into neutrality, and that really is getting up past the guilt, the shame, the anger, the passion, and coming into understanding that, oh, I've got my twin flame candle burning again. Coming into the understanding that they can be objective, that they can look at everything in a diplomatic way if they can remove themselves from it sufficiently to see the bigger picture. So they're really figuring out their philosophy, and this word negotiation, they know that they are in between worlds with your connection, with everything that they see in their karmic situation, whatever that is. And so they're seeing both worlds, they're seeing their whole world, they're looking at rewriting their philosophy, their cosmology. And because they're being objective right now, neutral, it's safe. It's a safe energy to do so. Okay, so I'm gonna just see, knowing that we've just seen that, what the Divine Masculines would say to their Divine Feminines about this. What is it? Time to ground yourself. It came out in the reverse, so I'm getting that they know that they have been ungrounded, and that this process is grounding their spirituality, grounding their higher awareness, grounding their ability to be present in their world with the things that they need to be diplomatic with the things they need to negotiate, and really dialing in their own unique philosophy for life. Okay, anything else? What would the Divine Masculines like to say directly to the Divine Feminines? Oh, the floor. Oh, your family won't like me. And Ace of Wands in the reverse. So this is a soul-driven, passionate new beginning. So for whatever reason, as the Divine Masculines are looking at, oh, first side note, thank you Divine Masculines for thinking of your Divine Feminine in a up close and personal life future vision kind of thing, because I want to say, Divine Feminines, if the Divine Masculines are thinking about what your family is going to think of them, that means they're envisioning themselves in your life in a way that would garner that sort of response. So beautiful. But that shows insecurity and still coming into what they are fearing. So this is kind of a beautiful place that the Divine Masculines again are being shown not only what they thought was holding them back in their 3D lives, we'll say, but they're getting into that inner circle of their fears that have been under the surface with your connection. They're coming to that sphere of understanding that there are things, and I'm hearing for many, they haven't even allowed themselves to see that part about whether or not your connection would be successful, because they've been so concerned with it not having been a choice or a legitimate choice in the past. So now that they're coming into the awareness that you are the option, an option for some, but they've chosen you for others, now they're really getting into the productivity of seeing their fears regarding you and your connection and your future face to face. Yeah, with the Wands in the reverse, this is very much showing me that they're wanting to put the sexual portions of your connection on the back burner. It's still there. The wands are very phallic, they're very passionate, but it's a pause feeling. And they're also that spirit, that initiation, that spark. So it goes hand in hand with coming to these higher spiritual truths and the sexual passion. And that's a beautiful confirmation, because in disintegration of masculine and feminine energies, that's where the disintegrated attractions and the 3D attractions and the repressed sexuality happens. So this card, even though it's so simple at face value, shows me that the divine masculines truly are rewriting their conscious awareness and their whole paradigms, their philosophies based on sexual attraction connected with spiritual connection. Wow. Big stuff. All right, so let's dive into the main reading. What are the divine masculines thinking of the connection? What are the divine masculines feeling for their divine feminines? What are they wishing for the connection today in their heart of hearts? What action are they taking towards it? What is their biggest challenge? What is the spirit guidance as a solution for that challenge? And where is the connection going in the near future? I'm going to shuffle the clarifiers. Thank you, Divine Creator, for showing me. Yeah, I'm just feeling to say again how much I enjoy working with you beautiful twins in sessions. It's so great. That's all I can say. I just appreciate it. I think that twins are the most amazing people I've ever met. Definitely. Okay, here we go. What are the divine masculines thinking for their divine feminines? 10 of Orbs. The very last private read that I did for a twin, the masculine came up this way. So, and the 9 of Coins. Okay, so this is finally letting go of that rock bottom melodrama energy. This is allowing those things to support, to come to the awareness that those things were not in vain, that it's all learning, it's all karmic transmutation, it is part of the soul path, it's part of life, and to have unconditional forgiveness. So divine masculines, I'm getting their own healing, their own coming into wholeness is the main driving factor in being able to believe that your connection is about to get real, about to become more truthful, because the 10 of Orbs transitions into the Ace of Orbs, which is just like the Ace of Swords. So that is truth. That is new mindsets, new ways of looking at things. And we just saw that they are coming into neutrality. This is a total confirmation of that energy of the underlying there at the beginning of the reading. So this is new ways of looking at all of those aspects: sexuality, sensuality, and spiritual connection. Looking at future, what fears does the divine masculine have regarding connecting with you? We saw your family won't like me. Letting all of that go, working through it, doing that process, and becoming single. This is also a card of, if they are not currently single, this is seeing themselves that way, preparing, getting ready to be single so that they can actively pursue your connection, connecting the dots between their mindset and why they haven't become single yet, or why they haven't freed themselves from their karmic situation, whether that's work or, you know, whatever it is, family situations of all sorts, friend groups, anything that's coming between you and them that has held them back mentally is connected with their own embodiment of wholeness and their own sovereign right to their life, knowing that only they carry their karma, and every other person that they travel with in their constellation. This is the embodiment of understanding one's own accountability and truly allowing all of those other energies to support themselves through their own karmic path. So divine masculines are really getting, and I'm hearing for some that have been staying in situations of any sort where they felt like they had to take care of others, or they were in out of duty they had to stay in certain situations, or they felt that they were the only ones that could fill the shoes that they were in for all of these other people. This mindset is truly getting to a place where the divine masculines understand that if they do that work for all of those people, it's codependent. It's not loving, ultimately, to take on more than your share. It doesn't serve anyone. So they're really unhooking from that and seeing that true happiness, especially when it comes to relationship, is two people who have done this work coming together and having fun. Not the hard work of other typical relationships. And the burden too. Okay, so how is divine masculine feeling for his divine feminine on the heart space? Oh, the Empress, abundance, clarified by opening his heart. So as these deeper awarenesses sink in and divine masculines are letting go of those rock bottom mentalities, the self-sabotaging mentalities, they're seeing the true abundance that aligning with their feminine affords, that coming into rising up from the battle of emotions. The water represents that deep, the depths of the struggle, the mulling it over, the overthinking, the analytical meditation that the divine masculines do, all of that internal processing. They're coming out of their shell, they're opening their hearts, they're believing and knowing that in order to access this abundance with you in their life, it all goes hand in hand with dropping their heart walls, dropping that guard, and actually having the faith that there is something more. It's not just this 3D security and safety and holding on to the status quo for the illusion of stability. It's really, true abundance is much more free, much bigger, much broader, and much more unlimited. And they're really seeing that letting go of their 3D assessment really allows them to see the 5D assessment, and in their heart space, there you are, right in that awareness with them, divine feminine. So what are they wishing for your connection? Oh, the Lovers. They're wanting to show up in your connection as the full expression of their union with their higher self. So they are wanting to truly be in their spiritual glory. They want to offer up this holy incense of the best of who they are into your connection. I'm hearing they view this connection as so sacred, they want you to know that on your deepest levels, on your highest levels. And the Magician. So they don't want to force this, they want it to come out naturally. The Magician is in the reverse. So in the past, they have tried to control situations, and they've tried to manipulate the timing. They've tried to, this is where that breadcrumbing or the very slow pace or the wisdom of the slow becoming, in all fairness, too. They don't want to manipulate that anymore. They're also opening up, just like we saw them opening up the heart wall, they're opening up the need to put so much work into manifesting your connection. So for some, because the Magician is the alchemist that manifests one's own reality consciously, they've decided that they can trust this connection. It is written on their hearts. It is on that higher level. And they don't have to worry that it won't manifest. This is a sure thing. They trust, because when they are in alignment with their higher self, they are in alignment with you, and that is the only confirmation they need, is what I'm hearing. So they wish to explore your connection that way, taking the connection for granted. That has been a little bit of a theme lately, where we are being given the spiritual green light to understand that the twin connection is a guarantee. that is profound faith. Okay, so what action are they actually taking? Transition. This is the third major arcana in a row. Transition towards the love that's there. So the Two of Cups has come up in the reverse because it's still in progress. So they are making the steps on every level, spiritual, mental, physical. We saw that with the underlying energy of neutrality, getting that bigger picture, looking at future timelines and challenging their fears that are holding them back. So this transition really is looking at all the things that they have said to themselves are reasons to hold back on this connection, and that's the healing journey that they're being taken through to the light at the end of the tunnel. So they are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel through the actual steps they're taking. They're letting it carry them through to this love that is becoming. So surrendering to the process I'm seeing there for divine masculines. Okay, what is the biggest challenge at this time? The Tower. Oh, wow. So the Tower is coming up with the Fool for the new beginning. Sorry, sweetie, I'm in a live right now for YouTube. Okay, so the Tower has come up. This is their biggest challenge for this new beginning. So total falling, crumbling of the old, and coming into this brand new leap of faith. So whatever it is that's not in alignment with this connection, whatever it is in their 3D worlds that has to fall away. This is also an existential moment, a crisis for some, but I'm not getting that feeling here because it's a very conscious, almost methodical. They've put in so much diligence, understanding who they are, understanding their reality, that this is, as a challenge, simply there to say it's going to fall, and then this leap of faith. So there's a preparation energy here that is showing they're gaining the constitution for the leap of faith that's coming, because this is so evident that everything in their worlds are changing from the inside out, and that's being reflected for many in their physical reality. They are fully aware that they're going through this transition. Some are more actively initiating it than others, but the process is carrying them all towards the light. And with this Tower falling for many, or the knowledge that it's about to fall, they do know that this is coming, this new life, new energy is coming, but they are being challenged to look at it in a positive way, to believe it's all for the better. When we're in the thick of change like this, it can be trying for the best of us, and they are divinely guided and of divine caliber, so I believe in them and they believe in themselves. It's just that that's what's happening right now. So what is spirit guidance? Letting go of the past, being still and knowing. The High Priestess here for this Four of Cups. This is worry about the glory days having been gone, the best being in the past. But when we tune into the mystery, when we sit in that humility and grace and mercy and truly understand that it's happening for us, not to us, divine masculines, you are safe to let go of anything that you were holding on to. I'm being drawn to the Four of Cups, also the Four of Pentacles. This is the suit of the material realm opening up. This is the suit of relationships and love. So letting go of things that didn't work out. Better is coming. And you know this when you calm yourself, when you quiet yourself, divine masculine, you know that the towers have to fall for that better to come in. You have to open up for the abundance to arrive on those levels that you feel on your heart, that you know on the deepest levels have always been for you. And now this is the time of transition, of the great transition, where It's unfolding, and you can trust it, but you also can honor the grieving process of things that need to fall away. You're not meant to just deny them or compartmentalize them or put them in a box. You're truly meant to sit with it, so the healing is real, so the releasing is authentic, and to continue going forward in that full-blown faith and trust. If you feel like you can't access that, be still and know. Sit quietly and go to that heart light, that place, that North Star that's truly guiding you home. Guiding you home, Divine Masculine, guiding you home. Oof, that just hit me pretty deeply in my inner Divine Masculine. Yes. Okay, so where's the connection going in the near future? 10 of freaking cups. Beautiful, with the Justice in the reverse. So Justice in the reverse tells me there are still legal things to clean up. There are still very sincere 3D changes that must take effect in order for this 10 of Cups, which is complete happiness, bliss, the actual abundant life that is being accessed through this whole journey. It's coming, and justice is in sight. The sights are set on this cup. I want to say, actually, because we have the 4 of Cups, in this card, these 4 cups along the bottom are the foundation of letting go of the past, letting go of clinging to things that didn't work out, that weren't meant for you, Divine Masculine. When we can do that, we can set those cups straight up as the foundation for going forward in friendship, for going forward in true, committed, faithful, personal love on the deepest levels with someone, and then allowing that in turn to support us to shining unconditional love into the world. Justice is coming, Divine Masculines and Divine Feminines. This is the way of it. I'm hearing rejoice. I always laugh when words like that come through because they remind me of my grandma, and I'm clearly much more young at heart than that, but I think it's a homage to my grandma. So anyways, beautiful energy, everybody. We're getting there. This is spiritual maturity, knowing that in order to shine that light fully in life, we have to allow all of it to support us. Let's see. Oh yeah, I had one more deck of cards to come out for spirit guidance for the Divine Feminines. That was easy. Ancestor spirit, connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So how interesting that I thought of my one grandmother that I guess I personally, this is a real-time example. I just mentioned my grandmother. The one that I thought of was probably the most intimidating family member that I had, and a family wound can now be healed. So bringing her into sharing her energy with all of you, that was an inner testament of my own healing. So let that be a proof it is available, and do the same. Connect with your lineage. Appreciate, understand, harmonize, Divine Feminines, with your lineage. You are the portal of the generational conduit through the physical form, from mother to child, throughout the continuity. And so you are being asked to embody that sacred wisdom that you are the birth, death, rebirth cycle, and you also are that medium. So for some of you, I'm hearing you're coming into your mediumship giftings and your awareness of the reality on the DNA level of your genealogy, of your sacred transmission of information through the DNA. Oh, such a beautiful feeling. So embrace it all, because it's all part of connection to the whole, is what I'm hearing. And for Divine Masculines, what is it that we can see? Hope. Love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. So as you're in your neutrality, your diplomatic incubation of how you're going to negotiate this transition, how you can continue to show up with your compassionate self, choose loving thoughts. This is the way. So your philosophy is love. Love and above from here on out. That's what you are being asked to do. So love is yours. You've arrived, divine masculines, and really just remember that in every moment as you go through these changes, as you are the furthest from the light that you may have been in recent history or memorable times. This could feel really uncomfortable. Hold the love, hold the light. Okay, I adore these readings with you all, twins, and see you tomorrow.